Here we are coming to the end of a row, and we're going to be continuing to knit in the cream color. So we want to be able to catch all the yarns that we'll be using in later stripes so that we carry them up without too long of a pull. To do this and end in a purl stitch, get to the end of the row, and here's the purl stitch. Move your yarn into the front to purl, go through the last stitch, but go under all the extra yarn that you want to carry. Then purl and go under and through your stitch. What this does is capture all the yarn. If we now turn to the right side, we'll see the extra yarn is here and our cream yarn is here. We're simply going to leave this blue yarn to the back as is, and we're going to begin knitting our next row with the cream. And you just start again. In this case it's a double moss stitch, so I'm going to knit and purl. And if we look at the back, we'll see that this yarn has been caught by the last cream stitch and is now ready to go for when you need it next. In this row, our last stitch is a knit. So just like the purl, we're going to work this stitch and knit, but instead of going under the color after entering the stitch, we're going to go under the color first and then insert the stitch as if to knit and then knit. Now you've gone through the stitch, move the extra yarn to the back, and you're ready to turn to knit the right side. Now in this case, your yarn is in front, both colors. What you want to do is simply push that extra yarn to the back and pull the color you're working with to the front. And now you're going to be able to continue working the row. In this case, I'm supposed to do a knit first and then a purl. You can see that even though I've carried the yarn and it looked like it was in front, it's hidden by this yarn, the cream colored yarn. And if we turn, we'll see once again that the extra yarn has been caught by the last stitch and is ready to continue being carried until it needs to be used. This is what it looks like when you carry yarn along the edge. Don't worry if you see a little bit of the blue coming through, because you are going to pick up stitches or seam along this edge, taking in one stitch, meaning that you won't see any of the carried yarn.